1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good morning, and thank you for coming out with me today so I can introduce myself. Have you ever wished life's transformations were as easy and as simple as a caterpillar to a butterfly? I know I have. I've had quite a few in my day. Today I'm going to briefly discuss 3 different transformations that I've went through, one being in elementary school, another one being my sophomore year in high school, and the last one just recently happened here at 27, so I can better introduce myself, Matthew Maynard, and give you a brief understanding of who I am. My first transformation happened back in elementary school. So I moved to North Carolina, where my nearest friend was about half a mile away. My parents did get split up and they got divorced. My mom was a single mom, wasn't at the house very much. That left me at the house with my brothers, gave me a lot of time for video games, schoolwork. That's really where I proceeded to put most of my attention. Studied very hard, didn't really have a lot of other things going on or a social life outside of that, like I said, because of the distance in between people. As you can see, that foundation led me to my next transformation. My second transformation occurred when I actually moved back to beautiful Pinellas County, Florida, where I was a sophomore year in high school. I joined the basketball team. Now, my social status skyrocketed. My phone was blowing up. I had friends here, there, walking around like I thought I was the man. On top of that, believe it or not, girls actually liked me. This was a very weird concept, but they were texting, calling, so there went my focus. I was no longer that bookworm looking at, textbook here, study that. How could I? There was girls in bikinis literally all year long. So it was crazy. As you can see, that may have been one of my longest steps in my transformation, but it is definitely not the most drastic. My third transformation actually occurred just recently here at 27. My father had passed away, so obviously anytime that happens abruptly, you're actually going to think about life, because it is short. So it makes you think about where you're going, what you're doing, where do you want to be. Luckily for me, this happened when I was still young. I was able to actually change my careers. I was in the auto industry for about 5.5 years, worked a lot of hours, definitely, was compensated financially for that, but it just wasn't where I wanted to be. So I went ahead and I changed my careers. I actually dropped down to a 40-hour week into cellular sales, as well as I'm going back to school, which they do compensate. So that is my main focus. I'm getting my finance degree now, and that's actually what brings me in front of you guys today to deliver this speech. So in conclusion, as you can see, a lot of life transformations, we don't always evolve as beautiful as a butterfly. But one thing I want you to pay attention to that I said my third transformation, not my last. The reason being is unlike the actual caterpillar to a butterfly, we get the fortunate ability, if we are not happy with where we're at, our life's direction, or where we're heading, to actually go back into our cocoons and change the color of our wings. Thank you for coming, guys, today.